You are live, fighting out of the red corner. Bit Glenn. Welcome to my channel, Bit Glenn. My name's Glenn. I like to share with you what I learn in the world of cryptocurrency as I go through it. I'm currently sat in my car waiting for some traffic to move. Doesn't look like it's going anywhere anytime soon. So I thought now's the time to be talking about cryptocurrency. Obviously you guys will all know that Bitcoin, Ethereum, they've all just tanked. I was quite surprised actually how quick Bitcoin dropped from wherever we was at yesterday to, I think it's at $10,700 at the moment, which is quite a few $100 drop. A lot of people saying, you know, this is us going back down to 10,500, and if we break the support there, then we could be closing that CME gap of 9,600 or something like that, which means that altcoins at the moment have absolutely got destroyed. Now, you guys know that I've been talking about this for a while now. It's absolutely fine to trade altcoins, especially when they have no inherent worth, as long as you get out of them before something like this happens. Now, if you're thinking, oh, it's okay, it'll bounce back, and that's probably the case. If I'm putting my hand on my heart, I reckon if you just don't check it for a few days, it'll probably bounce back up. We'll probably be at 11,500 by the end of, I don't know, the week or beginning next week, something like that. So everyone's panicking now will be for nothing. Oi oi, says Steve. Hello, thanks for joining. Don't forget to smash the like button. Yeah, so I'm not too worried about that. I put money into, what was it, YFII, or DeFi as they've rebranded themselves, and I rode that all the way up to about 9k. So I got really lucky there. I sort of more than doubled my money in a single day, which is good. But yeah, I cashed out, and I was watching this story about, or watching this technical analysis talking about Bitcoin going back down to sort of 10,500 level, and I thought, oh, should I put it in a stable coin and just wait for a dip? And then I thought, yeah, saying that, it won't happen, everything will go up, and I'll think, oh, I should have bought back in. So I thought, do you know what, I'm going to put it in a token that I feel is going to do all right in the next couple of weeks, and that was TrustSwap. I still think that they've got a good opportunity. I waited until the coin dropped. It dropped down to about 80 cents. It went down to about in between 79 and 80 cents, depending on the exact time that I bought it. And now it's trading at 73 cents. So I've lost 10%, which when you look at some of the old coins out there, that's not too bad, but I'm just not checking it. I haven't really been checking it today or yesterday. Obviously I checked it just before I'd done this video, hence why I know the numbers. But yeah, I just thought, do you know what, give it a week, 2 weeks, and everything will be pumping back up again, I reckon, because I still believe the narrative that we're in a bull run. So when we saw these dips in the last cycle, 2017, everyone kept saying, this is it, Bitcoin's dead. It didn't die, it just kept going up, and everyone's like, oh, I wish I bought when it dropped 20% the other day. And I think that this is one of those times. I think this is going to be a time where you'll look back and think, oh, I wish I bought some tokens then. So I would say fill your boots now, get your favorite altcoins, because they're probably going to pump, soon as Bitcoin starts to go back up a little bit, they're all going to pump 20%, 30%. And everyone will say, oh, that was the best time to get in. So that's my opinion, not financial advice, just something that I've observed over the years. So I'm not too stressed about altcoins dumping at the moment, but obviously, if you do want to invest in a new up and coming project, and bearing in mind that by the time that this alt season really starts to pump up, we should be at, you know, frenzy level of altcoin pumping. And I've just missed my opportunity, damn it. And that is the home token. As you guys know, obviously I've created this home token, want to go and buy properties with it. That means that we will own a proportion or share of a property together. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm still really excited for the project. Someone messaged today in the group chat saying, Glenn, do you think that the price or the soft cap will be met? I still think it will be. There's seems to be more interest every day. People are messaging me through Twitter, Telegram, saying, how do I get involved? What do I have to do? Which amazes me really, because that means that there's a lot of people that either haven't seen any of my content explaining exactly how to do it at all. And I've been doing a video almost every day for about 10 days now. And plus, obviously, I've described it quite clearly, I feel, on the website. I may be wrong. Maybe I've completely misguided people some way or somehow. But I feel like I've done quite a, you know, all right job at making it as clear as possible. Send Ethereum to this contract address. Home tokens will be sent to your ERC's friendly 20 token. I might just have to do like a proper, on the website, like a proper step-by-step guide, like do this, then do that, and then just wait. And maybe that will make it even easier. But to be honest, I don't think half these people even check the website. I think that they might think, oh yeah, shit, this project's got a website, but I don't think they read it. I don't think they go through it. Like, I remember when I looked into TrustSwap, I read the whole website and then the white paper before I did a video about it. Now, that's because obviously I have a lot of people criticize me if I missay something or say something completely wrong. So I think a lot of people in this sort of frenzy of buying altcoins, they just literally just buy anything. Now that's obviously speculation, and that's the game that we're in, and I've said this for well over year and a half now. I clocked on, obviously, that actually Bitcoin doesn't have an inherent value, like in terms of there isn't a figure that it should be at. It's just all speculation, and we're all speculating, and the people that own the most of it, they can play about with that speculation. You can call that manipulation if you like. Like this dump at the moment, I wouldn't be surprised if the price tanks right down, so it stops, you know, it liquidates anyone in these long positions, and then very quickly then goes back up again, so it liquidates all the people in short positions. So then there's an even playing field yet again. Everyone loses their money, Bitcoin goes back up in value. It's shit really. Now I'm not in that game, so you know, anyone that is in that game that's making money, well done to you. A lot of people are not, so you're doing something different. Most people are losing money in that, so I don't really want to get involved in that. But I'm actually going up and viewing some properties tomorrow, changing the subject. This is for my own personal reasons, like personal venture. But obviously I'm always looking at properties thinking, God, if that project raised that, we could buy that, and we could renovate, you know, and I just keep thinking like that. And it's down to you guys. You know, if you want this project to be a success, head over to www.ether-homes.com. There's the smart contract address. If you deposit Ethereum into that smart contract, which at the moment, Ethereum is the cheapest that it's been for a little bit. Not the cheapest it's ever been, but it's for a little while it's the cheapest it's been. So if you want to buy some home tokens and feel like, yeah, I got a bargain there, now's the time to do it. Personally, not financial advice. Ethereum might keep going down, I don't know. But yeah, someone put in one whole Ethereum the other day. They got 2,500 tokens, just like the smart contract should. So that should prove that it does work and people are receiving their tokens. It's not a scam. I'm not doing anything dodgy. People are getting exactly what I set out that they would have. And it does it automatically, so it doesn't need any approval or me to look into it. So in that regard, I think it is quite decentralized. There's now over 20,000 tokens sold. I own, I think as of recording this video, 7,000 of them. That means there's 13,000 of them to people. I don't know anyone that has them. You know, in that regard, I suppose it is decentralized because I don't know who owns the tokens. I have a hunch because people talk in the Telegram group chat or in the live chat and the videos. So I have a hunch of, oh, okay, that person's bought some or that, you know, but I don't know who they are personally. I've never met them. There's no friends or family or investors that I hook up with or anything like that. So I feel like it's really fair. I feel like it's open. Everyone can see it. You know, my MetaMask wallet address is on there, so people can now, someone messaged me the other day saying, oh Glenn, I can now see what you're trading on MetaMask. You've just bought swap tokens, which is fair enough. I have about I think about 6 Ethereum worth in that MetaMask, and I was going to put that into the home contract. At the time, Wi-Fi was pumping really hard, so I thought I'm putting my money to that, which I'm glad I did because I doubled my Ethereum, which means I can buy more home tokens. But I do plan to use my profits to put back into home token. Now, I could obviously just buy, I could probably put 3 or 4 grand in there, which is what my initial plan was to do. But I didn't want it to be like, oh, Glenn owns 90% of the current supply of minted tokens. So I thought I'll wait until closer to the time. And if obviously it really took off and all of a sudden there was a lot of people buying the tokens, if I bought in then I'd only have like a 20-30% supply of it. But I am going to buy more of them because I honestly believe that this coin is going to do really well. I honestly believe that as long as it can hit its soft cap, then the people that hold the token are going to be emotionally incentivized to hold the token. They're not going to be, with a lot of people buying on Uniswap and what we've seen recently with sushi and hot dog and that annoys me. So I don't know if you guys saw, there was a token that got released called Hot Dog Token, which obviously is playing on all these tokens that have come out that are like obviously food related, but they're all to do with yield farming. And from what I understand, this hot dog token went up, it got pumped massively, it sort of leveled off a bit, and then it just lost 99% of its value in one candle. It just straight down. Now that annoys me because there's, you know, there's people like me and, you know, there's loads of, I'm sure there's plenty of other people that, you know, I've created what I think whether you question the legalities of, like, some people say, yeah, but it's a security offering, it's a STO, they're not available in America or whatever. So even if you don't agree with maybe the way that I'm raising funds, really I should go to accredited investors with over $2 million value and all that sort of stuff. You have to agree that the token, the business that I'm offering is something real. It's a true token that represents a share of a company, which means whether that company succeeds or fails, that's irrelevant. The chances are you own a share of that. You have a say in that. People were just putting their money in this, like the hot dog token, just purely because they thought, oh, it's a coin that's named after food, so it's gonna pump, I'll join that pump. Like, that's crazy. I was looking at all those Y tokens, and you could say, well, Glenn, you've done it. You bought YFI. But I looked into that, and I actually read about the project, and they were talking about how it basically is the same as YFI, the limited supply nature, and sorry, there was a fly. But it has this, I don't know, this type of code called EIP8 or something like that, which the YFI token doesn't have. So it's almost like, it reminds me of like Bitcoin Cash for Bitcoin. Now, whether you think Bitcoin Cash is a scam or not, it's still here, you know, 9 years later. It's still doing exactly what it said it's meant to do. Not that I'm sticking up for it. I don't like Bitcoin Cash. I don't like the way they try and promote Bitcoin Cash. I don't like anything about that project. But what I'm trying to say is that I think YFI is a legitimate token. I honestly believe that, and I think it's going to be like the next Bitcoin. I think we're going to see the price of it really do crazy things over the long term. And YFI or YFII is the same, but it has a different type of code or search function for yield farming, something along those lines. So I did a little bit of research into it. It's not like I just thought, oh yeah, look, here's this token called hot dog token, and I just bought it. So I did it, but I didn't trust any of the others. I didn't trust YFFI. I didn't trust the YF yield farming token, because I thought, oh, they're not offering anything different. Then they're just forks, just pure forks, and they could be dumped at any time. So if you're holding those coins and they do 100x or whatever, great. But it doesn't matter how much it does. You have to be out of it when that one candle comes in. You have to be out of it, and that's the key. That is the absolute key. A lot of people don't realize that. They just think, oh god, this is 100x, I better carry on holding it because then it'll do 200x. And yeah, and then they get burned. So it's life lessons there. Hopefully you guys can all smash that like button for me. Just tick the little like button on your phone or on your computer. I'd really appreciate that. So yeah, it does frustrate me because obviously I created something real. You do own a share of the company, which means you own some share of the assets that company has, whether that's employees, the buildings, the properties that we plan to buy. You have a share in it. You have a share in that company, and that is real. That is something real. Whether it fails or not, that's something. That's like me saying, oh, I own a share of McDonald's. I could buy it on the stock exchange, and then there could be some scandal that comes out and makes McDonald's absolutely tank. I don't know if you've seen, but a lot of the stocks and shares have gone down in the last couple of days. I think Nasdaq's just had a 2% drop. So what I'm trying to say is that even if you think, oh, okay, Glenn's business model doesn't work. Yeah, I don't think it's going to work. I don't believe in it. That's fine. Don't invest. That's fine. But at least there's a business model. Like, some of these tokens are just being released purely just naming it after a hot dog. Like, and the thing is, now that I know how to create an ERC20 token, I could just create an ERC20 token tonight called fucking Heinz Baked Beans and just release it. And just create a dummy website really quickly and say, oh, this is a hard fork off of Y Finance, and it's going to offer 100% staking rewards, or I don't know, something. And yeah, and just wait for it to pump like 10x, and then and then sell it. I could do that, and I might make money off that. And people might say, well, Glenn, why don't you do it then? If you know how to do it, do it. But I don't know, that's obviously very scammy, and I'm sure those people will get caught out one way or another. Someone will come knocking on their door one day and they'll regret it. But I'm trying to create something real, and I get absolutely scrutinized for it. And then there's people just buying hot dog token. Just makes me laugh. Crazy world we live in, I suppose. What do you guys think? Have any of you bought the home token yet? Are any of you planning to? I'd love to hear from you guys. I said at the beginning that I would love to have really loads and loads of people buying, you know, like the token, like $50 worth of the token, rather than one big wow. But it seems that there's only a few people that are willing to put in 20, 50 quid, you know, whatever, which is a shame, because I'd really like this to be as decentralized. I want it to have as many people holding it. I'd rather have loads of people holding it than one or two people hits its soft cap, but only a few people own it. That's what I would prefer, personally. But we'll see what happens. I've still got faith that it will hit its soft cap. I may be completely wrong with that, who knows, but I'm very positive. And do you know what, if it doesn't, so what? Like, everyone's going to receive their Ethereum back, so I may actually do people favors, because if Ethereum goes on a massive run, you probably would have put that into hot dog token. So it's almost like it's a vault. So unless I run off with that money, which if the smart contract doesn't hit a soft cap, it should refund everyone back automatically anyway. So I wouldn't have had any access to your Ethereum at any point in this process. I haven't got access to it now, and I won't have access to it, you know, at the end if the soft cap doesn't get hit. The only time I will have access to it is if the soft cap is met and the 30 days ends. So on the 24th of September, which is in 3 weeks time now, 3 weeks? Yeah, about 3 weeks. Then I'll have access to the Ethereum in that vault, and that's when I can go and purchase first property with it. So that's really exciting times if we can hit that. The soft cap is 120 Ethereum. Sometimes when I talk about this sort of stuff, it confuses people. I think they're like, oh, hang on a minute, there's a soft cap and a hard cap, and you have to send it to the smart contract. I don't get it. And I don't know, I feel like I'm doing it the right way. I feel like I'm doing it the true and honest way. I'm using a smart contract on Ethereum based platform, and I've made it as fair and true and honest as I can. So I wouldn't change it, but I just feel like, what if I just created a token, I owned all of it, and I just put it on Uniswap, and I just paired it to 10 Ethereum or whatever? What would have happened then? You know, people would actually be buying it, they'd own it, and then people would start messaging me, what's going on with this home token? And the only way that I would make money at that process is then I'd have to start selling the token and dumping it on people. So I feel like I'm doing it the right way, but in terms of being able to sleep at night, I'm doing it the most morally right way. But it seems like the way that people want to buy the token, the way that they just want to buy it, pump it, and then dump it, that's all they want to do. They don't care if the business is a success, they don't care if there's any assets associated with it, they just want to ride a wave. So therefore, should I just create a token that is going to make a wave, you know? And I didn't want to, and I probably won't. Like I say, I'm sure someone will come knocking one day and you'll regret it. But yeah, it's down to you guys whether this soft cap is met and whether it's a success. And I hope it is, and I'm really excited for the project. And yeah, that's all I can say on the matter. What do you guys think? I'd love to hear your thoughts. You guys are keeping a bit quiet today. In the Mix says, how's it going, bro? How's crypto market going? I don't check much anymore. Yeah, it's a bit volatile at the minute, but then that's just Bitcoin all over, isn't it? All the coins are down massively at the moment. One of them, I think it was that yield farming token or something like that. I can't remember the exact abbreviation for it. It went down 64% in 1 hour. So if you put 2 grand into that, you lost like 1,200-1,300 quid in 1 hour. You could have held that token for ages. Like, it's mental. And then it went back, or it sort of come back a bit. So it was only down like 15% when I last checked it. But so it must have pumped 40% in an hour. So it doesn't make sense. So it's clearly in a time when all the coins are going down. So either that dip got bought up by loads of different people, or it's someone manipulating the price to obviously make money at pump and dump. So yeah, I wouldn't touch that with a barge pole. I'd be very careful at the moment. There's a lot. It reminds me of the ICO phase. But with the ICOs, they were asking you to deposit Ethereum to their platform. And a lot of them, some of them had soft caps, some of them didn't, but the soft caps were very low, so that they were guaranteed to go ahead, and they only put a certain percentage of the token up for sale. So I remember certain ICOs going ahead, say like, I don't know, say EOS, they did an ICO over a whole year. So imagine what I'm doing, but over a whole year. They did that. So you had to put Ethereum in, and so many tokens got released. And that's the same with Hex. Hex has done a whole year, which I'm sure is profitable. It's successful in terms of raising Ethereum. And if Ethereum goes up in price in that year, which it has, and I'm sure it did then as well, then you're laughing, because you've made double the amount of money, 1 on speculation, 2 on actual deposits. So yeah, that was them. But they weren't putting 100% of the tokens up for sale. They were putting 20%, 30% of the total supply of the tokens up for grabs. They were keeping 80%. So not only were they raising the Ethereum, they were keeping 80% of what they're trying to sell. Like, it's mental. Like, it's absolutely mental. And when I think back now, that obviously now that I've tried raising my own project, I think, oh, okay, well, you know, I've put, if only 50,000 tokens get made or minted, then that's it. You know, I missed my opportunity to buy more home tokens. And that, but the way that obviously I've said, look, this is how I'm going to raise money. Ethereum gets deposited, you get home tokens. So that's enough, in my opinion. That's enough. That's enough money making raise. And that EOS raised $4 billion. $4 billion. As well as that, they own the tokens. They own all the tokens, which is insane. Like, you know, and same with XRP. If you look, XRP have an escrow, so they have a smart contract where the CEOs, which one of them have left now, and he's doing another project, which I think he works for Stellar Lumens now, but he receives so many millions of XRP on a monthly or 6 monthly basis, and he sells them. He just dumps them on the market. So that means that he not only has raised money through fundraising at the beginning of that process, and I'm sure he's put his own money in, and he's put in a lot of time, and, you know, obviously they're doing it on a lot more grand scale than me. But then he's still, to this day, yeah, look, dumps millions of XRP per week. Thanks, Fat Max. To this day, he's still just dumping it. And as long as XRP is worth something and someone is buying it somewhere, then he's making money to this day. He don't even work for XRP anymore. He doesn't. That's the same as me doing this project, raising the money for it, buying some assets. All of a sudden it becomes big. The token's worth a lot of money, so it's all successful. The token's gone up in price. I've raised the money. I've bought the assets. Assets are going up in price. Great. And then I go, oh, do you know what, guys? I don't want to work for Ether Homes anymore. I'm going to go and work for Bitcoin Homes. I think there's a project called Bitcoin Homes. I shouldn't really say that. I don't know, Tron Homes or something. And then And then I'm still receiving home tokens on a weekly basis and selling them on top of your head. So I'm making money for not even working for that project anymore, which is insane. It's insane. But yet, people are still buying it. People are still buying XRP. They still think... I had a conversation with someone the other day and they're going, oh, I really think XRP is going to do well. Yeah, I'm sure it'll pump at some point, but look at the long-term longevity of that project. Like, and they were saying, oh yeah, this bank has just started using XRP. Are they actually using XRP, or are they using the software called XRapid? Because I don't know if you guys remember, Ripple have two business models. They have the tokens, and they also have the Ripple Labs, where they have actually created software, and they've created software and they're selling that software to banks, and they're saying, look, with this software you can send money quite easily, but it doesn't involve XRP. And that's the trick they've missed. If they said this software relies on our own native token, and when that token gets received that end, then the money, you know, they can cash that money out, blah 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 blah, then I would say, yeah, XRP's got a huge use case, but it doesn't need XRP at all. So they're making money from that software sale, and I'm sure the maintenance of that software and whatever it is, or license agreement that they have, and the banks have to pay yearly for it or whatever. So that's completely separate. And if you own XRP, you don't own none of that. You have no share in that, no say in that. You have no ownership, no rights, nothing. You own nothing. And that's what frustrates me, is that, you know, I've created something where you own something of a business, but yet people will still message me and say, yeah, but, you know, you're looking to buy houses with it, that's risky. What? But you're buying a token called hot dog. Never mind. But I do think that it's right that people should look into projects. They should ask the questions, and they should ask tough questions. They should criticize me to the point where, you know, with any CEO or anyone, to the point where they'll say, oh, do you know what, yeah, no, I don't know what's happening with the Ethereum, and I don't know what's, you know, all right, whatever, you know, because you're trying to find the truth. But I've answered every question as honestly as I could, straight off the bat. I've shown you guys, look, this is the address, this is the smart contract address, you can view it all yourself. Someone messaged me the other day saying, Glenn, someone's just put 1 Ethereum into the smart contract. They messaged me that before I had a chance to look at it. So there are you guys now looking at the project more than me, you know, like that's awesome. That's the way I want it to be. That's a true decentralized business model, I think, personally. But yet, you know, the amount of deposits has really slowed up. I don't think anyone's put anything in yesterday or today. So if you do like the sound of Ether Homes, check out www.ether-homes.com. If you want to be a part, deposit Ethereum into the smart contract address, which is across the middle of the website. Just copy and paste it, or you can click the big green button that says view on Etherscan. Just send Ethereum to it and you will be part of the project. Do it from an ERC20 friendly wallet. So someone said to me, Coinomi works, MetaMask works, Trust Wallet. There's loads out there. Do a little bit of research on the maybe I'll do a video with all the wallets that work on it and how to do it. But I hope you guys join me for the ride. I hope you smash that like button. Don't forget to click subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you on the next video. I'll probably do a live video tonight from my shed. So that's it from me, guys. I'll see you later. Bye.